Hey guys, still with my hoarse voice, so please excuse. I was requested to talk about like physical pain in recovery, and I hope I'm gonna be able to do the video on it because the problem is that my recovery was it started in 2019 and then it was until like the beginning of 2021, and then I got progressively better. So I think like the worst periods of physical symptoms were rather early on. So when I first started my recovery, what happened a lot, which confused me a lot, was that I had these night sweats, and then I looked it up, and apparently it happens to a lot of people. So when I first started to eat a lot, I had these night sweats. And then, yes, what other physical things did happen? Funnily, I had problems with like my joints. So, for example, my knees hurt a lot or my ankles. And now they don't. Like I walk a lot. I'm standing a lot in my life, but I never like my knees and everything, they don't hurt anymore. It was literally only during my recovery. And looking back, I feel like that's because my body was telling me to just not move. Because recovery is there for you to relax, not to move. So I feel like maybe that's kind of like the reason why they hurt. So yeah. Also maybe because my body needed to get used to this new weight. I don't know. But yeah, that's one thing I definitely remember. And then she's talking about like fatigue, and of course, like I was super tired the whole time. I would just stop having energy a lot. Like I had this burst of energy for like 20 minutes, and then the rest of the time I was just dead. And all I wanted to do was sit. But I didn't really allow myself to. Only towards the later stages I would allow myself to actually chill. And yeah, that's when I felt the best because during recovery you will be extremely tired the whole time, except for a few bursts of energy. But being fatigued really is a normal thing in recovery. You will not be able to keep up with fitness or anything. Like, if you keep doing sports and you keep being able to do sports perfectly and you don't get tired quicker, you're not doing recovery, because literally getting tired easily and being fatigued the whole time in general is very, very typical for recovery. What else? I think, especially compared to my friends, I would get hot very easily because I ate so much, which was very uncomfortable and very weird, but I would just get hot really easily and sometimes even sweat more, just quicker. I don't know. I remember when I was working, that's a little bit gross, but I was working in this bakery, and the beginning was always like we had 1 hour to sort everything in. It was a huge bakery, and it's like a whole chain. And where we were, our location, it was where also everything was baked for the other location. So the bakery itself was huge, really huge. And then we would have to get all of our stuff and sort it into the boxes and bring it forward to the shop. And the whole process, it took a lot of energy. And I remember I started sweating a lot each and every time, especially because we had to wear a jacket, because otherwise our white shirt would get dirty, and we had to wear the white shirt in the shop, and we couldn't wear other things other than like the official bakery stuff. So I would have to wear this pretty, I don't know, this jacket that would keep me very warm. And I was sweating so much and I was so embarrassed about it. But yeah, that's what happened. I remember I would sweat a lot more than most people around me. Yeah, along with obviously being very tired a lot of the times. Also, I think during a huge amount of my recovery, I slept a lot. like up to 10 hours each night. When I was in my exchange, I had a lot of time, so I would sleep a lot. So really 8 to 10 hours each and every night, which is a dream. I know not a lot of people can do it, but if you can, do it. I would call extreme hunger also kind of like a physical symptom, because like constantly you're hungry and it's really draining you. So that's another physical symptom. And now I need to look up her question because I'm kind of scared that I kind of like forgot one part of her question. I don't think so, but I think for me that's the main things. I didn't really have, I mean, of course, the thing is that I was very lucky. I didn't really have a lot of pain in my stomach or anything. Yeah. She says, also, have you experienced extreme fatigue in your recovery or other negative physical symptoms? Yes, I have experienced fatigue. I'm not sure if it's extreme. I mean, some days, yes. I could walk to the shop, maybe that's like 10 minutes away from where I lived, and I would shop and come back, and I would just be so dead. Like, I had to lay on the bed. So, in that sense, yes. But it was okay. It didn't really bother me too much because it was locked down. So, all I could do was go to the shop. And that's still something that I could do. But yes, I did experience it. And I remember every time I would do something, I would come home drained, and then I would have to eat a lot to like make up for it, even though it wasn't even that much movement. But for sure, I have experienced this fatigue, but I was very lucky because it was locked down. So yeah, I didn't really, I mean, I was kind of like able to let myself go and just be very, very chill and not having to do a lot of movement. And even for my school, I didn't really have to do too much work, so it was all fine. Yeah, so I think that's about it. There was, of course, always a lot of tiredness involved, especially during my like third and real attempt. But generally, apart from being tired and like joints hurting, I didn't really have too many things. Okay, what else happened a lot was that I would eat a lot of sugary things, and then I would get really hot, and like my face would get very hot, and I would get a little bit like, you know, the feeling when you ate way too much sugar. That's how I got, but I kind of knew that I had to because I was craving it so much. So it was really uncomfortable too. Yeah, that's kind of about it, I guess.